All right, here's another rant, if you want to call them that, for you guys. So it's the idea of a Christian hyphen. Basically a Christian nationalist, a Christian baker, a Christian banker. Anything that's hyphenation of Christianity. And how absurd that kind of is. And the reason why it starts to become absurd is because you start to redefine Christianity by its hyphen. So if you're a Christian baker, let's say, so you're a Christian baker, you will do baking, and because you are a Christian, you say you've done Christian baking. But no, there's actually ways how to do it, and believe it or not, you can see this how it's done in the Christian moral framework. Is there's ways to do baking. Same way for me as a banker. I'm not a Christian banker just because I'm a Christian who happens to be in banking. I have to do banking in a Christian way. And there's rules in the Christian life that we have to follow to be a Christian. And I've started seeing over the last couple years this hyphenated Christianity, and it's on the left and the right side. People will, it's like, if there's anything that seems to be, if anything on the right they'll baptize it with Christianity. Anything on the left that they like, they'll try to baptize it with Christianity. And they do this just by doing a hyphen. They go, well, I'm a Second Amendment Christian. Well, I'm not going to get into the debate, but I'm a Second Amendment Christian. Okay, what do they have actually said? What they've said is that the Second Amendment to them is an integral part of being a Christian. That's why they've hyphenated it. On the left side, you hear a lot of things like a gay Christian. What are they saying? What they're saying is that their gayness is integral to their identity as a Christian. Now, you've started to, hopefully listening to this already, you've started to see the different connections here. For one, in the world of education, there's a lot of Christians out there who are in the field of education. And a lot of them do a fantastic job. They go, well, I'm a Christian school teacher. Well, what have you said? If you're not doing teaching in a Christian way, then you're just a Christian in education. You're not a Christian educator. Again, these are things that we need to start honing in on, and we need to stop this hyphenated type of Christianity where we're able to baptize any little pet project that we want, just because we're now able to say we're a Christian doing it. Being a Christian doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. Being a Christian means you need to live a Christ-like life. And would Christ walk around saying, now he wouldn't say he's a Christian, but would he walk around baptizing sin or things that are just not necessarily in the Bible, baptizing them going, no, these are okay things to add to your identity, and you don't have to do them in accordance with the way my Father has set up the universe. Again, going to my own experience with banking, is there's ways to do banking, multiple ways of doing different type of banking. You can do cash, you could do accrual, you could do all other types of stuff. Cash and accrual are the two most frequent ones, but there's wild ones out there that you can do. You can be an Austrian economic person, you can be a Keynesian, you can be something in between, you can be a whole bunch of other things. You can be a planned economy person, you can believe full bore communism. All of those are ways of doing banking, or at least banking sits within those purviews. Those are ways of doing banking. But me saying I'm a Christian banker is actually a complete and total meaningless statement. Because how do I do banking? Do I do banking in a Christian way? The way that God has laid out? You can find these all in the Proverbs. You can find these in some of the parables. You can find these how to do banking throughout the entire Bible. There's applications that you can take to do that. Or am I just entering into a career field that I happen to like and I'm okay in, and then saying, well, because I'm present and because I'm a Christian, I am now doing banking in a Christian way? No, if I'm not pulling the banking industry into Christ, then I'm not doing it in a Christian way. I'm just a Christian in banking. I'm not a Christian banker. So think about these things. So think about how you are trying to hyphenate Christianity and just adding additional things to make yourself feel better and to not have to do the hard work of thinking, what does Christ require of me in my career field? Are you actually capturing your career field for Christ and doing it in a Christ-like manner? Or are you just following along with how you were trained, assuming that because you're a Christian in your career field, you actually are being a Christian teacher, banker, baker, candlestick maker?